Hi guys, I'm Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Heavyweight Fighter Mark Godbeer, and you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Throw up the deuces. There you go, baby.
Hey, good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Cage Side with Christopher James. I'm Christopher James. Happy to be here with you guys tonight, man. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the late start. We were having some technical difficulties, but now we are all good up in the hood, and we are live, baby. That's right. It's Monday night, or it's Tuesday night. See, I'm all confused. It's Tuesday night, and we're ready to have a good time. So we are going to get this party started, and we're going to bring in our first guest straight away. Give me 1 second here, guys. Oops. I got to just set this up right here. And then we'll be rolling. So we are live tonight, like I said, from the Cage Side with Christopher James Studios. And we are here with two guests tonight, both from Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. These guys are awesome. And we're going to get them rolling up right now. This man is 2-0. And we are ready to bring him in. So let me jump him in here right now. He's training out in New Smyrna Beach with my man Pete White at Pete White Boxing, MMA, and Bare Knuckle Training now, too. He covers it all. He is the king, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show with that sweet, sweet duo cap on. My man, Kenmon Evans. Kenmon, how are you tonight?
How you doing, man? I'm doing good.
Well, that's good, man. So before we get into your fights, and we're going to roll through both of them real quick, but your last one anyway, tell us how life has affected you since COVID started. Like, what happened? How's your life changed, before COVID, like a normal day for you before COVID and a normal day now that we're in the COVID era?
It changed a lot. A lot of precautions we have to take with my family and my kids and everything. So I mean, it affected me a lot, and just I guess I'm just keep forgetting to wear the mask and going to certain stores, and I got to go right back out, and so it's like it's kind of aggravating. But I mean, I understand it. But I mean, it affected us a lot of people, and just not just me, just the whole state,
The whole world.
Yeah, for real.
How many kids you got? You said, "Got to watch out for my kids." How many you got?
2 of my own, and then I am married, so I have altogether 5. So, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
You better start making the big pro money, man. You got a lot of kids to get on Christmas, man. They're all gonna want
the other 2
and shit.
Well, the other 2 is grown, so it's just the babies, just
Hey,
the teenagers.
Teenagers. Just because they've grown doesn't mean they don't want presents, bruh.
Yeah,
I'm grown.
I understand.
I want presents. You grown. You want presents? Come on.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's the truth, man. We all want gifts. We want love. We want, all that stuff from our friends and families. And that's cool. All right. So, you were training as a boxer, primarily. And what made you decide to, hey, you know what? Fuck these damn gloves. I just want to punch people with my fist. Where that change coming from you?
I mean, well, it really wasn't a change. I mean, I was preparing for a fight in boxing, and I had like 19 fallouts, and like I've been out the ring for 3 years now. Before that, before my first bare knuckle, so I had like 19 fallouts, and like I was preparing for another one, and I guess it fell out or it just didn't go through. And Pete just called me up, was like, "Hey, what do you think about doing bare knuckle?" I didn't know too much. All I just know is hands or whatever. Only thing I asked, okay, is they kicking? He was like, "Nah, it'll just be a little clinch and y'all just be throwing hands." So I said, "Okay, we throwing hands, then I don't really care." So I just went ahead and just kept preparing.
Crazy, dude. Because boxing. And now that you've done both, I mean, you've boxed already, obviously before, and now you've done bare knuckle. And while the principle is same, punch the other guy and don't get punched.
Mm-hmm.
It's different, isn't it? I mean, it's like, oh shit. I mean,
It's a tab.
I,
It's a tab. It's a tab different. A tab.
I mean,
Not
I
too
haven't,
much of a difference.
I haven't seen you really get touched up bad, but the hitting somebody from using boxing gloves, I mean, it feels different on your hands. I mean, so you got to make sure you're really precise and technical with your punches as much as it's somewhat of a brawling environment, because you don't want to be hitting fools up here because you're just going to break your hands and then you're useless. So, you got to get them in the right spots here and on the temple and up the, rip a little body work too, man. But you're 2-0, bro. And you're star. And, the good thing for you, you're 2-0. And this sport is still so new. So you're going to have opportunities. You get probably another win. They're probably going to say, we got to figure out a way to get this guy into either a title shot or a 4-man tournament to get to a title shot. Because you're right there, dude. I mean, you're finishing dudes and boom, just like that. How does that make you feel that you can? How does that make you feel that you can actually become part of history and get into a title conversation so young and so early in this?
It feels good. I mean, it's not really a shocker because I just felt like if this was boxing, it would have been the same way. So it's like it is an excitement
But it
that
wouldn't be in
it's
boxing.
finally here.
But it wouldn't be in boxing. In boxing, you have to go out there and you have to have 14 wins before you can get to a junior regional backyard dog title. And then you have to go fight another 4 wins to get another win to get the next. They make you work so hard in boxing to get to title shots. It's bad. I hate it. If you 7-0 as a pro boxer and you're knocking fools out, give me a shot at something, man. Boxing needs to adapt. I mean, look, Mike Perry, who I'm sure trained with Pete on and off here and there, went into the UFC at 7-0 and was on a main card at 7-0 because he was undefeated. He's knocking fools out. So they should adapt that to boxing, because then guys like you and other boxers that are just doing boxing would get further faster and then would see what they're really about, instead of them making, like my boy Devin Cushion boxes up at Island Fights. He's like 9-0 or 10-0. He beats the brakes off people, but he can't get a sniff at even a junior regional backyard title because boxing rules and boxing tradition and bullshit that goes. Boxing's grimy, man. Let's just be real.
And then it is. And then he has it worse because he's in a lower weight class and it takes more wins to even get there.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. I feel bad for boxers.
Has it worse.
Yeah. But bare knuckle, you might be 4-0 and fighting for a title. And it's not just the bare knuckles title. There's also the Police Gazette Boxing Corporation, that sanctioning body. And they don't play around. Nate Shook, the matchmaker, just came on. He's watching right now. He said Kenmon is a force, especially at 175. Now, you're getting the attention of the president, the matchmakers. They know that you're a dangerous man. How does it make you feel that the bosses are watching going, yeah, this guy's fire? Did we lose him?
Yeah, man. I mean, they love. And I really shout out to them too, man. They showing a lot of love.
Yeah, we didn't catch any of what you just said. Your audio jumped out. I don't know what happened. It's so weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. You hear me now?
If you're getting phone calls or text messages on your phone while you're doing this, that will stop you from.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what's. Nah, I ain't getting no calls or nothing.
It just might be where your internet signal is.
Going. You hear me now?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And then you go out. You're in and out.
You hear me? Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Like I was, oh yeah, I was saying. Oh,
Just keep
I
talking.
shout out to the whole bare knuckle team, man. Like they showing so much love and support. They're showing so much love and support. So I mean, bare knuckle organization is very shocking and it's real nice what they're doing for a lot of
Yeah.
people careers and collaborating.
Yeah. And the question I asked before that, how cool would it be if you're getting into a title conversation at 4-0?
It'll be good. I mean, it'll be amazing. And I think it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner.
I believe it, man.
Like I smell it. It's right around the corner. Yes, sir.
I smell it. If you smell what
Yes, sir.
Kenmon is cooking. Stole that shit.
Yes, sir. It's right around the corner.
What do you what is the best thing for you training with Coach Pete White? What's the best part about learning from Coach Pete?
What is the best thing? Like,
Yeah.
Really both. Him and John, they both take turns. John is more hands-on with me more now. And Pete is right there to help and give knowledge and add what he don't see or what he should see and everything. So it's a good working. My team is very, very good, and we all just working together, and it means a lot. And like I say, everything that I don't see, they both correct. And like I said, over through the years, I don't soaked up so much knowledge from a lot of people and from both of them. So I mean, we work good together.
That's good. A couple of people watching. Somebody put up a comment just now. It says Kenmon's boxing skills and footwork, as well as his height and reach, are going to cause a lot of problem for the guys in BKFC. That's the truth. You have length and you have reach. People noticing you. How does that feel that a lot of people are seeing the hard work that you've put in all these years, and now they're seeing it come to life?
Hey man, it feels good. And then the crazy more thing about it, I got billionaires, not millionaires, billionaires hitting me up on IG, DM, and so that just feels, that brings a lot of excitement and enjoyment to me to know that I'm getting noticed by not just millionaires, billionaires. I just talked to the first billionaire, first time in my life, which was today. Me and him conversating. He congratulated me on my fight. So it's exciting.
Can you tell one of those billionaires that I need a new sponsor for my show to really take me to the next level?
Hey, that's what it's headed to. Like sponsorship. We talking now. We talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Tell him your boy Chris needs some sponsorship. I need some billionaire backing.
Yeah, for real.
And tell him to help Pete build a new gym with all the cool shit in it.
And it's just more shocking. Oh yeah, that's coming, man. Especially a new faculty. Trust me, that's all that's gonna come with it and bring with it. So it's just, like I said, just amazing, man, that everything like I knew and what I saw is gonna that I knew that was always gonna happen, man, and it's happening right before my eyes.
Well, that's awesome. Well, listen, man, thank you for taking the time to be with us today, man. I totally appreciate it. I wish we could have had you on the other day, but shit didn't happen. Your phone, I think you said your phone got messed up or something, and by the time you got there, it was too late. So no worries. we got you today, and that's what's important. We'll definitely get
Yeah.
you on again once we know when your next fight is.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well,
Thank
listen,
you.
I'm going to let you jump.
Yes, sir.
No, thank you, man.
I
God bless.
appreciate everything and the love and support.
Always, man. God bless you and your family, man. Tell Pete I said hello if he's not watching. Pete, if you're watching, hello. If you're not watching, Kenmon going to tell you I said hello. We'll catch you next time, my man. Be good, be well, stay safe, and God bless to you and your family.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys and girls, that was Kenmon Evans, the king. He's going to be causing problems for people at BKFC at 175 pounds. Right now, joining us on the show, I've known this guy for years. He was our XFC lightweight champion back in the day. He's been all around the world beating people up, and he is back in a big way. He is now the undisputed BKFC 155-pound champion, as well as the Police Gazette Diamond Belt 155-pound champion. He is on a tear. He's 3-0 at BKFC, and he is here with us tonight to talk all about it. Please welcome the man himself, Luis Baboon Palomino.
What's up,
baby?
How you doing, man?
Champ. The champ is here. How are you today, champ?
Good, feeling good, brother. Did a little training earlier. Just relaxing at home now.
Yep. Well, you got belts behind you. You got belts around you. You got belts everywhere.
Yeah, this last weekend I was running around with a trunk full of belts.
Well, that's awesome. First of all, let me just say thanks for being here tonight. Secondly, let me just say my favorite part of that whole fight, before we get into the fight, the best part of that fight was you and Jim hugging in the ring after, because it wasn't just like a little hey bro hug, like you tap other opponents. I saw you and him hug, and I saw your eyes close, and you really squeezed him because there's real friendship and emotion there. And I think, to me, that was the best moment of the fight. Because I know you guys are now can, get past this and become, back to being friendly with each other like you were before. And I told you in your pre-fight interview when I spoke, I told Jim the same thing. That's what I wanted from both of you guys. I didn't know who's going to win, but I just wanted you both to be able to walk out and be able to build a friendship. And you made the first move because you went over and tapped him on the shoulder after when he was sitting on the stool, and then you hugged him like that. And I'm going to be honest, man, I cried. I did. I was at work. And I couldn't be there, and I started tearing up in the DJ booth. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm such a pussy!" But that's the moment for me. So anyway, fight comes. You guys had talked shit to each other. You had the little altercation at American Top Team. Fight night finally comes. They announce you. You guys sit in the middle of the total line. So take us through the fight. It was 44 seconds. So take us through the fight from your perspective, from start to finish.
Oh, it's really, everything went so according to plan. It kind of almost felt a little funny in the back for a minute there. Like in the warm-up, I'm like, man, the camp was just so perfect. The diet was so perfect. The training, the strategies, everything was just so perfect. No problems. And then I'm in the back and I'm like, I don't feel nervous. I'm like, is everything okay? So it was just kind of like a little mixed feeling. But everything went according to plan. We knew that he was going to launch forward, that he was going to look for that clinch. He was going to look to close the space, to impose his will with his clinch game, uppercuts and overhands. That's what he was looking for, to make it a very dirty fight, which I'm all up for. I'm all up for a dirty fight, Only thing is that, like I said, he is someone that he discovered, who is, that personality he discovered in himself is what I was born with. So I've evolved. I believe I am the evolution of bare knuckle, because boxing was my first love.
Right.
Then I went into capoeira, MMA, got some titles around there. Then the world turns full circle, and we get back to my love, boxing. But then again, with the street side that I grew up with, So it's like,
yep.
It was just like a blessing waiting to happen. And look at my work. I didn't even get touched. Again, but somebody that was charging at me, yeah, of course I'm moving back. within range with a good, proper, and low stand base where I can still fire off as I'm moving, looking for my position. And I found it, man. I had him timed out. He kept running into that jab. The very first jab that he caught, he shook his head. He was like, whoa. You know, we knew that's what we were looking for. You know, that was going to happen. He was going to run into a brick wall. Remember, I told you that.
Yep.
So he run into that brick wall on a jab. And the second time, he made this gesture where his face turned sideways. So I said, okay, the right hand's going to go into there. So what? Bloop. And, you know,
that was it.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I watched the fight, and it was like, you know, I still think that a lot of people, especially in MMA, and where the world you guys came from, people don't understand the importance of a good jab. And you have a jackhammer jab that's laser like efficient, and it's packed with power. And the way Jim does fight, and he's shown in these fights, is he comes forward, and every time he came forward, the jab was right there to just pop him, and then set up your overhand, and then that was the end of the fight. Hold on, where is it? Junior Suncell popped on. He said, "My brother, Junior, old XFC." He said he's proud of you, and he slapped his hand for you, man. Fucking, that's awesome. So, you know, the fight went exactly like perfectly how you planned it to be.
Yes.
How does it feel now to be past that fight? Because, like I said, with the you and him feuding, and you know the history of being friends, and I know you guys weren't sitting at each other's house every day, but you guys did have a bond. And Jimmy said,
we have a bond. Yeah,
Jim said it was real.
He always looked, it is real.
He looked up to you. I mean, you were somebody he looked up to. So.
It was when I finished Jim and I seen his girlfriend, his wife, and his corner, his trainers, and what's his name? From I always forget his damn name.
Mitchell,
man.
Mitchell Shamal.
I always mess up his name. But Mitchell, and I look at him and tell him, hey, look, man, this is all business. From day one to today, it was all business. I have nothing against Jim. You know, if anything, he's a real honorable person. Man, the man came to my locker room after the fight, and he brought me the Toys R Us belt. You know what I mean? He brought me the belt that he'd been walking around with.
Yep.
And he said, hey, man, you know, like I said, you know, if you had managed to beat me, I would give this to you. He gave it to me, which was something that, you know, for me, that's honor, man. That's honor. And, you know, you can't do nothing but respect that. Look, Jim, before this fight, was terrorizing the 155-pound division, man. Yep. He was just taking people out in the first round with vicious knockouts. He was like the face of the organization. If he was right about something, is that beating him gives my title more
credibility,
right? Yeah, more credibility, right? Because it's true. He was the one that was supposed to fight for this title before me, right? He was the one that had 2 more fights than I did, you know, or 3 at a time when I first signed, you know, and he was the one carrying the division, and you know, that all, you know, that I knew that all that ended when I signed that contract. I knew that there's no way in hell he's gonna beat me. I don't believe there's anybody on the roster that can beat me to begin with. That's why I'm looking outdoors for a bigger name, a bigger call. It doesn't have to be Paulie. I don't know if you've ever been hearing about Paulie. I mean, I'll take a fight with Paulie, I'll take a fight with Lobov. Whatever's going to be the biggest draw, that's what I'm interested in. The biggest draw that you can get, you know?
Well, the biggest draw is cool, but at the same time, like, you know, I saw something about, you know, Paulie Malignaggi had something to say, like he would fight. Listen, I saw Paulie and Artem fight. Watched that fight live. It took place here in Tampa. I don't think that's going to be a big draw fight for you after the way he fought the first time. I don't know if that's the draw. I do know that there are some other names out there. You know, Artem, if they can get him to come back, Artem would be a draw for you.
Yeah,
and Artem's undefeated.
Yeah,
you know,
there we go. So, we can do January. We can do February, January.
Do February, Super Bowl week, same time as Paige, you know?
I'm ready.
Hey, BKFC heavyweight, Bobo O'Bannon said Luis had some great head movement paired with sleek angles and big power. Mike Shorey said, champ. I mean, that's all you can say, champ. How's it feel, man, now that was the question, we got sidetracked a little, but how's it feel now that you're past all of that with the whole gym thing? You guys are going to repair friendship. And now you've had a couple of days to just really You had your after party, but you're carrying a belt, the Police Gazette Diamond Championship belt that been around for the longest. It's the oldest belt out there.
Yep.
How does that feel to you to have that belt, and the BKFC belt and the Jim Allers belt? I mean, just the whole thing. How's it all feel to you today?
Right. I feel honored, man. I feel honored. I feel like going on 14 years of combat, a combat career, right? 14 years and finally being able to see the fruits of my labor, man. Finally being able to get the proper recognition for all the hard work, all the years of hard work, all those ups and downs and those bad downs that I never gave up from. I kept moving forward with. So just come back into a sport that is like literally built for my style, for like my personality, for who I am, and be able to fight for the oldest belt in history, man. I mean, all belts came from this. This is it right here. This is where it all began. That's history in the making, and now I believe that my name also goes on the 6-foot trophy where all the previous bare knuckle champions from back in the days are written down on. So I believe my name goes on that trophy too now.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's the biggest high of my life right now. That's for sure.
It's funny, I'm looking at your face right now, and I'm seeing you smile, and I'm seeing like in your eyes, like, and you've done a lot of good stuff in MMA and combat sports, but I don't think I've ever seen you look this happy and this honored. I mean, you shared the ring and the cage with so many, named people and everything, but and beat some of the tough guys in the world. But I just see there's a different level of happiness coming out of you. And I think it's because of something you just said, the honor and the history of what you just accomplished.
Yes.
Now that it's all, you've had a couple of days to soak it in, it's hitting you in the heart,
Yeah.
While you're smiling like that, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I'm digging it. So what have you been hearing from others out there, other friends? I mean, because after the fight, BKFC heavyweight Arnold Adams and Tom Schoaf jumped all over Jim's shit. And I put
really? What happened?
Dude, I put articles up about it. You have to go read the articles on my page because they were talking shit about Jim, and Arnold Adams, I didn't understand why. He said Jim looked like you made Jim look like it was his very first fight. You made him look like a rookie. And then Tom Schoaf, hold on a second, I'll just tell you. Let me pull it up here. Right over here. There we go. So Tom, after the fight was over, Tom said, or Arnold Adams said, Luis Palomino made Allers look like a rookie, like this was his first fight. Tom Schoaf said, I know. I absolutely loved it. No head movement ass, no footwork ass, only throw 2 punches and they're both right hands looking ass, tongue sticking out, looking for man love looking ass. Fuck that dude.
Oh, shit.
Like the dude just had the title fight, just lost it. There's no chill out there in the world. So, then they talked a little shit. So I've got 2 articles up on my Facebook page. You have to go look them. I'll send them to you in Messenger and you can go read them. But it was crazy. And I'm like, so I'm guessing if he's getting all this shit feedback from others in the company, and why would a heavyweight take shots at him? I didn't understand that, but whatever.
That's crazy.
What's the feedback you've been hearing from other fighters? Like Bobo just said you were phenomenal. What have you heard from the other fighters out there that
man, lots of the positive feedback. I mean, there's people that know fighting, people that understand fighting, like people that are in the martial arts, because you have your fans and then you have the fans that are involved into martial arts, boxing and whatnot, right? And those particular people, they understand the level that I displayed that night, Like to most people, it's like, this dude fired off on him, but this guy fired right back at him really fast and clipped him first, While everybody else is look at the footwork, look at how low my body is, how my legs are set apart, even while I'm moving backwards and striking at the same time and evading danger. And that's very high level shit, man, So the people that understand, that's how they message me with those type of words, is to hear and read those messages. That's really inspiring. You know, people that really understand the level that we're displaying here in Bernal.
Yep. That Coach Pete White right there, he just commented, he said, champ shit. He knows what's up. And Bobo, going back to the beef that started online, Bobo O'Bannon, a heavyweight, he comes on and he comments and he says, funny how it's never the successful people that throw punches at a man when he's down. It's always people that are struggling to stay relevant. Keep your head up, Allers. I'm looking forward to seeing you bounce back. Palomino is a heck of a fighter. No shame in losing to a guy that holds the belt. He was talking about Shof, and Shof being 1-3 at bare knuckle, and he's coming after Jim, who's 3-1, 4-1. He's 4-1. No, he's 4-1 now because he was 4-0. So, but you know, and Bobo was kind of made a point. Well, you know, you're 1-3, dude. You know, he's 4-1. I mean, you know, and no disrespect to Tom, because Tom puts on incredible fights. Tom has had some of the most exciting fights they've ever had at bare knuckle. They just didn't go his way, and that's part of it. And then, of course, Tom was also talking about, or Bobo was talking about Adams too, because he's like, why come after this guy? So now Adams and Bobo might end up fighting, and we might get Allers versus fucking, you know, Tom Shof. So at the end of my article, I put, is David Feldman going to pay me for being a matchmaker? Because all these fights are happening on my, you know, on my page. So, but man, it's crazy how one fight can turn into like spawned out to 5 fights across different weight divisions.
You just dropped the whole deck on it, right? That's cool.
We just started, Baboon. We starting some shit.
Hey, man, it's that energy that we share, man. That energy, you know, that both of us put out there is contagious. It just keeps on going and connecting, man. It's
just going everywhere, man. So what is the plan for you now? I mean, I know it's only been a couple of days. And I know you called out some big names. You go, hey, let Nate Diaz come over to bare knuckle. Let this guy come over to bare knuckle. But the reality is, Nate Diaz is under contract. He's not coming to bare knuckle right now. Holy Malinaji, to me, not a big money fight. You have a better shot at a money fight with Artem, who's undefeated. You know, Holy doesn't deserve this fight anyway.
I'm 100% ready to open for Artem.
I mean, listen,
we've shared this actually. Like we've commented on each other's stuff, and we talk back to each other. I told him, hey, with all due respect, you know, I'd love to fight you. And he was like, yeah, of course, let's do it, you know. And now at least I have a title, why not, right? I mean,
yeah, and at least he's undefeated. You know, I mean, Paulie lost his only shot.
Okay, Artem is undefeated right now.
Yeah.
Artem's the man. Artem's the man. That's it. It's Artem.
Artem's the man. You know? I think he's undefeated. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated. I got to look now. See, now I got to know.
Yeah, because he fought. Didn't he fight 2 fights with somebody?
Jason Knight.
Jason Knight, right? Jason Knight. And
let me just double check. I have his record popping up here. Oh no, he's 2-1 at BKFC because he lost the second one to Jason Knight.
Oh, there you go. See.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he's still, you know, at least his name fits more with what BKFC. They brought Paulie in just for, I think, a show, you know, try to attract the boxing people. But I don't think Paulie wants to come back. There's also Jason Knight. Jason Knight would be a good fight for you if he's coming back to bare knuckle. I know he's got an MMA fight coming up in December. So there are options in the promotion that are already there.
You know, what I'm interested in, man, is whatever's going to bring in the rankings for real, man. Like, you know, I mean, okay, you mentioned Jason Knight. Are people going to, you know, tune in and, like, are we going to get, like, a big crowd behind this, you know, or is it just a inner show little thing? Nah, man, bring me somebody big. Bring me somebody like big, like somebody that you just got off a UFC contract or a boxer, like Cuban do Ugas. Like maybe he wants to go bare knuckle. Hey, give me a champion. Bring me a champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready for that, man. That's what I want. Look, man, I'm not asking for an easy fight. I'm asking for a challenge, but with a challenge with recognition behind it.
Well, but
behind it.
You want a big money payday, but you also want a challenge. So what's more important, a big payday?
I'm not shying away from any challenge, man. You know, I'm not here. Give me somebody that I know I can beat up. No. You pay me well. Let's bring in these numbers and let's put on a show for the fans. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then don't even bother fighting Paulie Malignaggi because
Forget that.
I honestly think you would just destroy him and
I believe
Bobo.
so.
So Tyler Goodjohn jumped in the ring. The fuck was that about?
Who is that?
He's a fighter. He's brought over the British invasion.
That nobody knows. You know, like it's that nobody knows. Let the man get some fights. Let somebody talk about him and say something other than the dude missing like 4 teeth with his tight ass pants and whatever hairdo he had on, trying to take over somebody's moment that I worked so hard for. Like, get out of here, man. I've never even heard of this dude, never seen anything about him. Do some fights. I'm not ducking anybody. When the time is right, we do it. I mean, you know, but I'm looking for a big fight, man. I'm looking for somebody that, you know, that's relevant. This dude is like, I never even seen a fight from the dude. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if this is the same guy, and I can't, but looks like he's got a pro boxing record of 13-5 according to this. Bare knuckle tennis.
I heard from a birdie.
A birdie.
That record that you're talking about. This is one of the reasons I don't even have. Oh man, I'm gonna put the dude out there. That record that you're talking about is like with a bunch of dudes that are like 1-80 and 1-20 or 10-10. Like, if I go through the guy's record, he's gonna be very embarrassed. From what I heard, I haven't seen it. But from what I heard, like if he tries to poke at me, that's the first thing I'm coming for. I'm like, look, who you fought? Nobody. You fought nobody. You fought nobody. You fought nobody. You are nobody. Sorry.
Did that piss you off that he jumped in the ring though and tried to steal your shine on a night where
Of course, man. Of course, that made no sense. Look, this event was historical. Okay, you have all of 3 things that you've never had happen in one night, right? You have the sudden death round all of a sudden. You have not a 3, but a 2-second knockout. Fastest knockout in combat history.
Actually, right? 1.2 seconds.
Well, there you go. Correct me. You know, under 2-second knockout. That goes in the Guinness records, man. And then you have a main event that was built up the way it was built up to end the way that it ended, just like it was supposed to. With precision, with accuracy, with well-controlled anger, you know, and fury and infusion. Like, come on, man. Like, the show was already done. Now comes this clown to make such a good event look ratchet. Like, get out of here, man. I don't even want to talk about that guy.
Yeah.
Let the guy prove something. Let him do something. Let him be somebody. Let him knock somebody out or do something that we can respect and be like, okay, hey, that guy looks good.
Right. All right. So let me ask you this. Now, I know you're happy. The fight went quick. You got in, you got out, you took no damage, but you're a fighter. Is there a little piece of you inside that says to you, I wish it would have been more of a fight, a little more back and forth, or you know what I mean? Because
I've definitely I punished myself with that in the past because I would train so hard, man. I would do like months of camp, and like I would train all these things that I wanted to do, and I visualize the fight over and over again through all those months, and then like I'm not gonna do that like in a minute, right? And then I'd be like, and then I would like start tripping on myself that I didn't get to do this and I didn't get to do that and I couldn't, and it should have been like this. And I'm like, no. You know what I learned? I learned to thank myself. You know, hey, thank you, Baboon. You trained so hard that it took that long to get it done. So now I thank myself for it because I worked that hard that it came out that easy. You know,
that's awesome. It's like I said, man. It's great to see you smiling and happy like this. I mean, you've always been a happy dude, you know, fun, but there's a different smile about you today, man. And it's good.
Definitely a high you can't replace. You know, I've been looking for it for a long time.
Yep. And like I said, you know, I've known you forever. We're friends. You know, I know Jim. My heart hurts for Jim because, you know, he's a friend, you know. And if it was the other way around, my heart would hurt for you, you know. It's like,
of course, I understand, of course.
People were asking me, I got all these messages before the fight. Go, all right, man, I know you keep saying publicly you're not picking this fight, but who you picking? And I'm like, I'm not picking anybody, man. Yeah, you know, I don't want either guy to feel bad that I picked against them, you know. And I know you guys know it's professional fighting. I know you're not going to be like upset, you know. It's just, you know, sometimes you got to pick who you got to pick. But I didn't want to, so I chose not to, you know, and, you know, but my heart hurts for Jim. I'm going to try to get him on next week and talk to him. But he was a good sport. And like I said, when I in the articles I wrote about all this feuding going on with you two and with these other guys talking shit and all this stuff after the fight. I even mentioned the fact that he gave you that other belt. And, you know, Jim's that guy. You know, I think if it was the other way around, you would have done the same thing if you had your own belt made, you know. And I love how you refer to it as a moment of honor, because despite all the shit talking, you know, that's part of the buildup of the business.
It's part of the business, man. We're not gonna be sweet talking to each other. We're about to kill each other, you know, like
right.
You know,
like, hey, kid, how are you? Hey, it's good to see you tonight, man.
Yeah, it was as real as it could be. Yeah, you know, what are you gonna do?
I honestly think you guys needed the heat. You needed that back and forth because there was so much mutual respect for each other prior to it all.
Break off. Yeah, you have to break off.
I think you guys actually had to go down the road you went to make the fight come off because, you know, I don't know if it would have went the same way. I mean,
no,
I don't know who would have won.
I can't. I've had opponents in the past try to be friendly with me before a fight. Like, bro, don't do that, man. I'm not trying to be cool with you right now, bro. I'm trying to hurt you, man. You're trying to hurt me. Don't be cool with me. Trying to shake my hand and sit down and have a conversation with me. Like, no. After the fight, we talk. Not before. Hey,
and by the way, Elvin Brito said, Paulie don't want that heat.
No, you don't. Well, apparently he says if it makes enough dollars, it might make enough sense. That's what he says.
Yeah. That just says, and that's why I say forget about it, man. He's just coming here to make a paycheck. He don't care if he wins or loses. And I don't want guys in there that care if they win, that don't care. I want a guy that wants to walk in there and, you know, wants to beat your ass, you know. If he said, well, if the money's right, I'll do it. Well, we already saw what happened the last time, dude. You're not going to hang with Palomino the way you hung with Artem.
No, I'll tell you one thing. If he was to ever sign on that dot, there's no way that fight will ever go to a decision. I won't let it happen. I'll chase him till I drop him.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, where him and Paulie, or where him and Andrew, Andrew, hang on. Andrew Sand, my sponsor from Just Charges, popped in. He said, Paulie don't deserve the shot, but Luis deserves that payday. Right. So that's the truth. Yeah. But, you know, Paulie's just going to run from you, you know, try to, you know, really just box. He's not going to toe the line.
I can stalk people when I feel like it.
Oh, I've seen
person that gives me that type of fight, I'm going to stalk him till I drop him.
You get on him like it's white on rice, man.
I put money on myself to win by knockout on that fight if that fight happens.
Oh, I would put money on you to win, but I'd have to bet a lot of money to win a lot of money because you're going to go in as, you know, a plus 1 million favorite.
In this last fight, they had the odds against me. So, you know, I know some people that made some good money. I couldn't put my bet down. I was going to put 5K on myself, and I couldn't find a damn place to take my bet.
But, you know, the fact that you went in as an underdog, it just shows how respected Jim was, you know, up until the fight because he was undefeated, you know. And it's not a disrespect to you. He'd been there. He's done this already. He had more wins.
Speaking in bare knuckle, at the time I was 1-0, 2-0. He's 4-0 with 3 knockouts, man.
Yeah. But now you're the champ, undefeated at bare knuckle, undisputed. There is nobody lay claim to it now.
Double champ.
Champ. Oh, actually, triple champ because you got Jim's belt too. So you're the triple C. That's something Henry Cejudo didn't even have. He don't have 3 belts. He got a gold medal and 2 belts, but he didn't have 3 belts. Hey, somebody said you should trademark the phrase "stalk them till I drop them."
Oh yeah, that's a good one, right? Stalk them till I drop them.
That's a good one. Vince Anderson thinks you should fight Artem. You know, that's, to me, that's the fight that'll draw good money, and it'll be a good fight.
Artem already agreed to it on, I think it was on Facebook or Instagram. We were like, let's do it. Okay, so let's do it.
Let's go to work.
Let's go.
All right.
Maybe knocking out Artem, we can get McGregor to take more interest.
That's true. Debbie Gamble, the #1 MMA fan in Florida, she says she wants a pick with you and all those belts.
You got it.
Yep. I mean, she's down in South Florida, like in Fort Lauderdale or something. So you'll have to run into her.
Just hit me up on the gram or Messenger and
So what about
take them all to the gym where when I go. I'm training right now, so
yeah?
I think I'll do the gym, come by, take some pictures.
How are the hands?
Like $1 million, man.
No, I mean, no bad stuff. You know, I mean, you cracked them pretty hard. So, you know, I mean, you're
0 damage on my hands in my last 2 fights compared to my first fight.
That's awesome.
And the first fight wasn't damage; it was just puffiness. Both hands were puffy. You know, I did all 5 rounds. You know, but I've been conditioning my fist, and that's a secret how I do it. I'm not even gonna say how, but I've been conditioning them, and I can hit the top of the head and I'll be all right.
So now I'm going to ask you to do something that I'll post this comment here in a minute. I want to ask you to give me your evaluation of Jim Allers as a bare knuckle fighter, and as an observer, you know, you've been in the ring with him now. You've watched his fights. What does Jim need to do, in your opinion, to continue to compete at the high level? You know, I mean, in your opinion, you know, I mean, you're an expert. You're a combat sport expert, so your opinion holds value. So what from what you've seen and what you've experienced with him, where does he have to do to make improvements to maybe continue to, you know, take everybody out?
You know, there's so many things that he needs to do to improve his game as a whole. But the thing is this, man, this is bare knuckle. Look, the style that worked for him could continue to work for him. You know, that style, that's a bare knuckle style. Like, that can continue to work for him. He just needs to fix the little holes in getting into that clinch and getting out of the clinch. And, you know, other than that, man, you got to start with the mind. At this moment, I beat him the way I beat him. That's got to stick in your head somehow, you know? So I would say drop down to 45 and go and claim that title. You know, because then it'll be like a reset in your own brain. Like, you know, okay, I'm starting all over again, you know, from 0. Right now, to work himself up to me again, he has to go and bang a couple of people up to build his way to get a title shot with me again. And then I'm in his head this time for real, as in how good I really am. Right. And I feel how powerful I am. So I would suggest a drop to 145, because that style that he got with even smaller guys, it will probably even work even better. You know? And like I said, that style that he has, it'll continue to work. I just deciphered it because the style that I have. You know, it doesn't mean that everybody else is.
Yep. I'm, you know, the thought of him going down to 145, because that's where he competed a lot of his MMA career as well. It does make sense. He'd be a big 145, no doubt about it.
They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. And I think, you know, if he wants to get another shot at you to try to get that title, he's probably going to go out there and win his next 2, and he's got to go out there and knock 2 people out. I mean, the division isn't deep, so I would say 2 fights against the, you know, the highest ranked guys you can get puts him back in a title shot with you. So that would be interesting too. You know, but like you said, you could be in the head. It's crazy. Now here's my sponsor from Just Heart. He said he wants to fly you to Atlanta to train. He's got a fighter house. Let's go.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Hey, he's not kidding. Listen, he's not kidding either.
All right. No, we can talk about it. We just got to plan the amount of days and stuff like that, because I have a couple of business ventures that I'm embarking on. So you got to just plan out the days and stuff, you know?
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. He's a sponsor of mine. He sponsors some other athletes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and he's got
to figure it out.
He's got an amateur fight coming up too. So he's doing a lot of things. He's dipping his toes in all the water. You know what I'm saying? He loves this stuff. So it's good to have him on board. I'm glad that he supports my show. Cool. So, you know, obviously you probably won't fight till January or February. So you're just gonna chill out, relax, enjoy this, you know, do all these interviews because I know everybody wants to talk to you. You know, I mean, it's pretty cool, man.
Back to back now again, yeah.
That's awesome, man. So family all happy with you? Everybody's proud of you?
Absolutely, man. You know, we did it again. And I'm hungry, to be honest. I'm hungry to go again. I can do this early January, middle January, early February.
Shit,
I'm in really good shape. And like I told Feldman, hey, look, man, you know, there's an older engine. You got to keep me active. You know, you keep me active, you get good performance. You know,
hey, I mean, you could probably go in December if you wanted, right?
Yes, I would. I mean, if it's right, I'll fight December. You gotta let me know. Yeah, I don't know
Well,
for sure. For real.
Nate Shook,
For
if you're
real,
watching,
for real,
David Feldman.
no. You know I'm not gonna bullshit you.
I know.
If this is right and they want me to fight in December, I'll fight in December. I can do it. Yeah.
So Nate Shook, the matchmaker, was watching a little while ago. I don't know if David Feldman's watching, but if you guys are watching, you just heard the champ. If you got the cheddar, he's coming to fight in December. Whoever you got, bring it on. He's ready to go. That's the kind of champ you want, a guy that's ready to go. Let's throw, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a year.
Yep.
The hands are good.
Oh yes, 100%.
Face is all pretty, right? You good? That should be like a t-shirt too, with that thing, you know. I'm gonna what was this? What's that phrase you said? Stalk them till I drop them, and then just you standing there like this, and then just you standing there like this, dude, with your fist.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what you have to do, dude? You have to do that all the time. Every interview, after every fight, do this. And get your fans to start doing it. You know, they're Palomino fans. No, I'm serious. Hey, listen, doing this like that way. You'll know you'll see your fans in the crowd. You'll look out, and you'll just see 100,000 people going, "Yeah." Hey, it's a good gimmick, dude. It's a good gimmick. Well, listen,
I like it.
I'm so happy for you, man. You know, again, as I know you've been in the sport of combat sports, the arena for a long time. I know you chase down world championships whenever you can get them. You know, I remember how proud you were to be the XFC champion all those years ago. I know you wanted to be the PFL champion, but Justin Gaethje had other plans for you. And, still two of the greatest fights. Those are two of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. And boom, here you are, the bare knuckle fighting championship, 155-pound title holder, and the Police Gazette Boxing Corporation 155-pound diamond belt, the belt that started it all.
Oh yeah.
And now it's around the waist of Luis Palomino, and
beauty too. Is a true beauty.
Amazing accomplishment. That's awesome, dude. So, and I know you ain't giving that shit back. So,
not going anywhere.
Nope.
Anywhere.
As long as you can fight, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to come after you and try to and be able to take the belt off. You know, the only people I see right now in bare knuckle that honestly would be Jim going out and getting a couple of wins and coming back and trying again, because Jim has been the best there. So I would say Jim has still got an opportunity to try and take you out.
I believe
we'll
so.
see if he goes back there or if maybe he follows your advice. You know, it'd be cool if he went down to 145, and then you guys started working together and took over bare knuckle in both divisions. You at 55, him at 45, and just run this shit.
Yep. I might come
Represent,
back.
baby. Then you could teach him the knuckle conditioning trick. Well, listen, my friend, before you go, if you want to shout out any sponsors or, any of that stuff, people that support you, take the time and show them the love.
Yeah, man. FYI, Florida Yachts International, Fusion CBD, Jaguar Therapeutics, the Workout Spot, Fish Street World, the world's famous Fish Street Gym, Young Tigers Foundation, those are my 3 gyms. Vanilla Marine, Sativa, 1-800-INJURED, Ceviche by Divino, Carbon Fiber Music, and we have one more. Bannis Live Bento. Yes. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me once again, man.
Oh, listen, man. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Congratulations to you, man. Proud to know you. Proud to have watched your career all these years. Proud of you, man. I'm just proud of you. You really did a phenomenal job. The whole build-up and everything. I know that it wasn't comfortable to have that kind of build-up with somebody that you were,
Yeah.
But
part of the job,
part of the business, and you guys both did it. And the fact that he showed his honor by coming to give you that belt.
Yes.
You showed your honor by walking him, you gave him like a brotherly hug. You didn't just give him a little bro. You gave him a
it was real, the fight's over, that's it.
Like I said, I cried. I cried.
He cried.
But I'm telling the truth, man, because those are the moments that that make me a fan of this sport, because and all the combat sports, especially MMA and now bare knuckle, there's true love and camaraderie amongst warriors, And then when it's two guys like you who have history and you had to go in there and do what you had to do, and you could, like I said, I wrote in my article. I'll send you both articles. Read them both. But I felt the emotion through my TV. You know, that hug really, like I said, it hit me right in the feeling, man. I was like crying like a little girl. So, but those are the moments people remember. And, you know, that's good that you guys were able to provide that for not just yourselves, but for the world. And, you know, honored to watch you both compete, honored to watch you and call you the champion again in another organization. Congratulations again, brother.
Thank you.
You keep doing that shit, bro. Keep doing that shit. You might have to go, hey, maybe 165 next. Who knows?
I'm wide open. I'm gonna give you a little tour of this real quick before we go. For you to
Say
check
again?
out. So that's the
Oh, yeah,
BKFC.
okay. We're getting the belt tour.
See?
Yep.
CFA,
Yep.
USFL, the Diamond Police Gazette, G-Force,
Yep.
the XFC.
There it is.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Thank you for having me once again, man.
Thank you again, man, for being here, man. Always honored to have you on, man. You be well. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. God bless you and the family. And we'll talk.
God bless. Thank you.
Peace. Guys, that was the champ, Luis Baboon Palomino, man. What a guy. Love him. Known him for a long time. And everything you heard me say, I did cry when those two hugged after the fight. It was a beautiful moment they shared. The fight, you know, didn't go Jim's way, but you know, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. For you guys that watched the show tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry we had some technical difficulties when we had Kenmon Evans on. We will get him on again, and we'll do it at a time, and we'll make sure we get everything all lined up on his end with the technical difficulties we're having. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the night. I'm going to go watch the Contender Series, and we'll see you all again real soon. Thank you all for being a part of my life today and for allowing me to be part of yours for just a little while. I will never truly be able to put into words what that actually means to me. But that's it for us here at the show, man. So until next time, thanks to my guests, Kenmon Evans and Luis Baboon Palomino, for joining us tonight. And that's it, guys. So until next time, I am Christopher James. You have been Cage Side. Good night. What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Go with the deuces. There you go, baby.